Satnam, good morning. Today we continue to innovate our freedom, focusing on the spirit. And unsurprisingly, I come back to the Radiant Sutras. And there's a beautiful verse at the very end of the sutras that I'd like to share with you today. It's quite long, so please bear with me. So the Radiant Sutras are a dialogue between God, the divine, and the goddess. And the goddess, and it's actually, the Radiant Sutras are actually based in Tantric, so it's a physical love that we very often is being spoken of here, but of course physical love is just an expression of universal love. So it is a dialogue between God and goddess. And here in the last verses, it says, the goddess then asks, if this is the nature of the universal self, then who is to be worshipped? Who do I invoke and who do I meditate upon? To whom do I offer oblations? To whom do I sacrifice? If everything is divine and consciousness merges with that divine essence, then what happens to the distinction between the worshipper and the worshipped? The Lord, who shines in all of us, replied, O goddess, the practices you are speaking of refer only to the externals. When you enter into the great self, all prayers go inside you spontaneously without ceasing. In reality, all songs of gratitude and ecstasy are resonating in every particle of creation at every moment. When you are established in this recitation, you are listening and you hear them. Plunging without reservation into the ocean of bliss is meditation. No image, no thoughts, no prop. Concentrating on the image of a God with a body, eyes, and mouth is not meditation. Worship does not mean offering flowers. It means offering your heart to the vast mystery of the universe. It means letting your heart pulse with the life of the universe, without thought and without reservation. It means being so in love that you're willing to dissolve and be recreated in every moment. Being transformed by even one of these practices, fullness of experience develops breath by breath. One day, the desire of the self for the great self is consummated. Come ready for that moment. And so what I love so much about this is, again, it's just reminding us that there is no separation. There is no God figure that is separate from us. God is the creation that exists in everything and exists right here. There is no goddess, there is no God. It is all together, all one, all inside of us. And so how we experience this spirituality, how we experience this essence of God, really becomes such a personal thing. And when we invite freedom into our spirituality, into how we experience life, how we experience God as a generator, organizer, destroyer, everything merges into something that is so special and meaningful to us. So as we practice today, I invite you to give yourself the freedom to feel the divine flow of spirit within you, not as something separate from you, but as the very essence of who you are and what you are. So let's tune in. Bring your hands together, rubbing your palms together. Feel that beautiful warmth between your hands, the energy that you're creating. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Now reach up with your spine, tailbone under, belly engaged. And take a beautiful, long, deep inhalation. Hold the breath for a moment. And exhale. Inhale. Hold it. And And exhale. And then let's inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And just be here. Feel what's happening in your body. Beautiful. Then bring your hands to your knees and let's start with some spinal flexors. Inhaling up, exhaling down, just warming up the spine. Mostly keeping the neck in line with the spine, but also allow a little bit of freedom with this movement. Maybe it feels like your neck wants to bend all the way down and back. And see how it changes the movement for you, what feels right. If we start to let go of the idea of black and white, right and wrong, and we begin to indulge in real freedom. Beautiful. Just keep going. And come to center. Sufi grind. Feeling into it. Really just relaxing completely into it. Change direction. We start to connect to the base of the spine, to that flow of energy. And these warm-ups are really just gently awakening the energy at the base of the spine, the Kundalini energy that we work with. And come back to center. Neck rolls, drop chin to chest, and roll all the way back, all the way across. Feel the release in your shoulders. Let your shoulders just move as much as they need to. Change direction. Inviting the energy now to flow from the base of the spine all the way upwards. And come back to center. Drop chin to chest. And inhale all the way back. Remember, we're waking up the spine. It's almost like when the hose pipe's been squashed. We've got to stretch it out now, open up the flow through the hose pipe. And we can think of the same with our Sushumna channel, that central channel at the center of the spine. Come to center, left ear to left shoulder, and right ear to right shoulder. Just ironing out all the kinks from the night before, from the day before. And back up to center. And then let's open out our legs. Take them as wide apart as you can get them. Roll forwards onto your sitting bones. Lengthen your spine. Deep inhale. And then exhale, reach your chin towards your toes. Now we are, of course, going to be cross-legged for most of today's Kriya. So I just invite you to really stretch out your legs, moving quickly and powerfully. Feeling that beautiful flow of divine energy. Inhale up to center, turn to face the right leg, and then exhale and slowly soften down here. Palms face up, surrender. And keep using your exhale and curling up, moving over to the left. Relaxing and softening. And curling all the way up. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Lift your chest as you inhale and exhale, twist round, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhale up, exhale round. Lovely twist. Beautiful. Inhale up, exhale round. And coming back to center, bringing right hand to left knee. Inhale, lift up, exhale, twist round. Giving yourself permission to be active in the posture. Beautiful. Coming back to center and relaxing here. You may support yourself on your hands. Perhaps you make fists and place your forehead on your fists. Maybe you just relax all the way down. See what your body feels is right for you today. Breathe into it. And curling up. You can bring the soles of your feet together for diamond pose. Press your feet away from your body and then relax down. Hold your awareness in your hips and invite your hips to soften. And as you relax here in this pose, just imagine the energy at the base of the spine gently awakening and spiraling upwards. That prana, the life-giving energy, and gently curling up. You can come to Sukhasana, to easy pose. Beautiful. So we're going to start today's Kriya with a very beautiful movement. We're going to have hands at heart center, and then we're going to bring hands to Vishuddha, to Ajna, and up to the crown. And then coming down, Ajna, Vishuddha, and Anahat. As you move through these upper chakras, just allow yourself to spend as much time as you need to in each space. So it may be that you're moving very fluidly up and coming down, or it may be that you're coming to throat and you're just pausing here, and throat has a message for you, or you just feel this need to spend some time at the throat chakra, or maybe you spend some time at Ajna. And just see what feels organic and fluid, but consciously connecting with each chakra as we move through. As we know, as we raise the Kundalini, it's so important to have a connection to the chakras, to these elements of self. The heart chakra representing love, but love for the self first, and then empathy, kindness, all held right here in the heart. The throat chakra, Vishuddha, is where we speak our truth. It's where we live our truth. If the throat chakra is blocked, or we feel we need to spend some time here, we ask ourselves, what am I holding back? Where am I not being completely authentic? Ajna, of course, is our connection to our intuition. It's the space where we know without knowing. And the crown is our divine connection. So as we move through these upper triangles, just allow yourself to feel connected and to organically flow where you need to. So bringing hands to the heart, and when it feels right, moving to throat, Ajna, and crown. And again with this movement, perhaps your hands meet the body, perhaps they're slightly away from the body. Trust that the goddess or God within you knows exactly what you need. No separation. All of divinity meets right here within you. Feel that beautiful flow of energy. If you can keep your eyes closed, please do so. For so long we were taught that the only way to connect with the divine was outside of us. But while we know that we have the freedom to experience divinity at any moment, simply by connecting within. But I know how difficult it can be to go into the body when we've been separated for so long. So be very gentle with yourself. Notice what's happening to your breath. Keep the breath conscious. Find a rhythm that your body is seeking. Feel that divine connection. Feel the flow of spirit within you. Allow the practice to transform you. Feel the transformation breath by breath. And as we come to the end, allow your hands to pause at the chakra where they need to be right now. Take a beautiful, long, deep breath in. Squeeze more bund, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles. Feel that beautiful movement of energy, that beautiful white healing light that's moving through your body. Every single cell filling with this healing energy. Take more breath in, hold it. And exhale, release. Bring your hands to your knees. And just take a moment of stillness before you adjust your body. Allow yourself to be in stillness, to integrate that movement of energy. Beautiful. We're going to move the arms now in a very natural and organic way. So start to just allow the arms to move, reaching up through your auric field. Of course, we call the aura the 8th chakra, another extension of the intuition. In fact, it's our first port of call for intuition. We know that energy can't lie. And when the auric field or the magnetic field is strong and supportive, we're able to see through the illusion that is presented to us as we sense the energy. Allow this movement to be really beautiful and graceful. Get your breath into rhythm with the movement. Beautiful. Just keep that rhythm flowing, cleansing out the magnetic field, but we're also strengthening it. Beautiful. If your arms begin to feel heavy, check that your shoulders are relaxed. There should be no tension in the shoulders. Last few seconds. And bringing your hands onto your heart, left hand onto your heart, right hand resting on top of the left. Take a beautiful, long, deep breath in. Squeeze Mulband, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles. Allow the energy to circulate. Take more breath in, hold it there. Feel that healing white light. And exhale, release and come to stillness. Soften into your body. Feel that flow of divinity within you. Beautiful. We're going to change the tempo a little bit now. So check that you have enough space around you to swing your arms back and forth, continuing with cleansing the aura. So we bring the arms forward as if we're going to clap in front, but we don't quite touch, and turn backwards as if to clap behind the back, moving quickly and powerfully, and let's go. Beautiful. And in your mind's eye, just allow whatever needs to be released to disappear. So we're not holding onto anything. Beautiful, strong breathing. Releasing and letting go. And at the same time, we create almost a little bubble of protection around us. Because when the auric field is strong, we're less susceptible to picking up the energy of those around us. So this movement is, of course, beautiful to do if you work with colleagues or clients. Perhaps you see a client with a very heavy energy. When you finish your meeting or consultation with them, you might just do this exercise for a few seconds to strengthen your magnetic field, maybe to get rid of any energy you may have picked up from them during your time together. This applies equally, of course, to family members and even friends sometimes. We all have a tendency to carry a heavy energy from time to time. A simple, practical way to just bring yourself back to equilibrium. Last few seconds, everything you've got. And release, take your arms up, deep breath in. Squeeze Mulband, lift the pelvic floor, lift the anal muscles, draw the energy up. Stay active to your fingertips. Use your imagination to visualize that healing white light. Take more breath in. And turn your palms to face outwards as you exhale very slowly down. Coming to stillness and connect to those subtle, refined energies within the stillness. Those beautiful energies, that divine flow of spirit within you. Beautiful. Remaining with the magnetic field, we're going to begin to move the arms gracefully in whatever way feels right for you. So just allowing the arms to move. It's almost like a very graceful seated dance movement. You feel your connection to the divine as you draw this beautiful energy, freedom to move and experience divinity in a way uniquely your own. Experiencing the Creator within. And of course, children know how to dance to the music of life, moving in the most natural way. And so we tap into that divine, naive energy, that part of ourselves that isn't worried about being judged, that part of ourselves that still knows there is no right or wrong way to connect, to be present. Moving freely, trusting the rhythm and flow of your body. This beautiful energy exchange between you and the universe, tapping into that freedom of spirit. And come to center, palms face upwards so that we continue to receive the energy of the universe. Take a beautiful, long, deep inhalation. Squeeze more band, lifting the pelvic floor, the anal muscles. Feel that beautiful connection as the energy rises from the base of the spine. Take more breath in. And exhale. Allow space for the magic. Beautiful. We're going to change the pace again. So interlink your fingers, make a fist with your hands, straighten your elbows. Check that your bandhas are all applied. So we've got Mulbandh, the base of the spine, we've got the solar plexus lock and Jalandhar bandh. So we're strong through the core throughout this movement. Keep checking on those bandhas. Elbows are straight, hands are in fists, and the movement is inhale up and exhale down. But this is the axe chopping movement. So you want to feel that sharp movement as if you were chopping wood. Really sharp and really powerful. And let's go. Check your bandhas, make sure you're strong from the base of the spine. Mulbandh pulled tightly up, belly strongly engaged, and Jalandhar bandh with the neck tucked slightly in towards the neck. And really focus on those three bandhas as you do this movement. Don't be distracted too much by the arms. Stay connected to those 3 points in the body. Beautiful. Your breath becomes a kind of breath of fire. That's it. Strong, powerful movement. And what are we chopping through here? What immediately comes up for you when you think, what am I cutting through? What am I breaking down into smaller, more digestible pieces? Is it beliefs that you've been holding on to? Is it old, damaging thought patterns? Perhaps it's habits or behaviors that are holding you back, that you're cutting through here. Keep the bandhas nice and strong, keep the movement powerful, stay with that breath. Beautiful, elbows are straight. Strong from Mulbandh to Jalandhar bandh. Chop as if your life depends on it. As much energy as you can muster into breaking down whatever needs to be broken down here. You're doing really, really well. We're getting closer and closer towards the end. So think what needs to be destroyed here, what needs to be broken down. Only 20 more seconds to break it down into beautiful, digestible pieces that you can work with. And release. And just come to stillness. Take your awareness to the upper triangle of chakras and allow your energy to rest on the chakra that's calling you right now. And then you can lie down on your back in Shavasana. And taking your feet mat distance apart, your palms face up and your eyes close. And we're just going to rest here very briefly. Notice how effortlessly your body relaxes, immediately comes to that space of recovery. Feel the flow of spirit within you. Recognize how you experience that flow of spirit within you. Beautiful. And you can very gently bring your awareness to the front for a moment. I'm going to demonstrate the next posture. So we're coming into a variation of Sarvangasana called Viparita Karaniasana. So in the shoulder stand, we traditionally go all the way back, getting hips, knees, heels in line with the shoulders. Today we have the body at a 45-degree angle. So we come up, hands underneath the hips, and the body is at a 45-degree angle, legs pointing up towards the ceiling. Now, I don't know if you noticed there, but I tend to look at you on the camera. Please don't do that. Keep your head and neck absolutely still when you do this posture. It is very easy to injure your neck. Make sure your head stays absolutely straight. If you turn to look at the camera or find something in the room, it's very easy to injure yourself. So make sure that as you come into this pose, your head and neck remain straight and that your body is at a 45-degree angle. I'll go down into the pose again if Fred moves out my way. Good, so lying down on your back, bring your head nice and straight. Swing your legs up, hands underneath your hips. Body remains at a 45-degree angle and toes point up towards the ceiling. Practice beautiful, long, deep breathing. Viparita Karaniasana feels slightly different to Sarvangasana, to the shoulder stand. You notice there isn't that same pressure against the thyroid. Breathing is a little bit easier. Connect to the flow of energy that comes from this posture. Remember, of course, if you have neck or shoulder injuries, you wouldn't do this. You would take your legs up against the wall. Beautiful. Really tapping into your own body, what it needs. As we learn more and more about connecting to our Kundalini energy, we know that these inverted postures are absolutely vital. This posture in particular directly associated with the flow of Kundalini energy from the base of the spine. So allow your awareness now to go to the base of the spine and see if you can feel that subtle flow of energy as the energy flows from the base of the spine up towards the top of the neck. If you need to come down and out of the posture, please do so. Really listen to your body. We've got one more minute here if it feels possible for you. Breathing into it, feel that divine flow. Connect to the source of all energy at the base of the spine as it flows up, in this case down, effortlessly to the crown of the head. Breathing into it. Worship means offering your heart to the vast mystery of the universe. It means letting your heart pulse with the life of the universe without thought, without reservation. Beautiful. Now very gently roll down, come to Shavasana. Take your feet mat distance apart, allow your arms to rest alongside your body, palms facing upwards. And connect to that divine flow, to the subtle flow within the stillness. Beautiful. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock very gently side to side. And then rock up and come to Sukhasana. Beautiful. So we're going to meditate using Kichari Mudra and Ujjayi breath. The palms will come together and just remain lightly above the head. Kichari Mudra, the tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. And then we very gently slide the tip of the tongue backwards towards the throat so that the bottom of the tongue presses against the roof of the mouth. So you can just practice now before we go into it. Touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Slide the tip of the tongue backwards towards the throat. And then press the bottom of the tongue up against the palate. And we want to keep this bottom of the tongue pressing up against the palate throughout this meditation. And as we do that, as we hold Kichari Mudra, we're also going to practice Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi breath is breathing through the throat. The mouth is closed, the breath moves through the nose, but the throat is slightly constricted. So it sounds a little bit like the sound of the ocean in a seashell. You want to hear that breath. Maybe it sounds a little bit like snoring too. So let's come into the pose now. Palms are together, hands above the crown chakra. Press the tip of the tongue onto the roof of the mouth and then slide it backwards so that the bottom of the tongue is pressing against the palate in Kichari Mudra. And then begin Ujjayi breath. Continue with this breath. Keep the mudra active, pressing the bottom of the tongue up into the roof of the mouth. Beautiful, strong breathing. And the tongue shouldn't hurt. It should just be at its maximum, but there should be no pain or discomfort in the tongue. It should be very comfortably pressed up against the palate of the mouth. And take a beautiful, long, deep inhalation. Squeeze Mulband, lift the pelvic floor, the anal muscles, hold the breath in and visualize the breath as a beautiful healing white light. Feel that beautiful white light spiraling up your spine, reaching to the crown. Hold it. Take more breath in, keep it there. And then turn your palms to face outwards and slowly exhale down, coming to stillness. Feel the flow of the divine within you. And very gently, when it feels right, preparing for the final relaxation, come into Shavasana or any other comfortable relaxation posture. Maybe covering yourself with a blanket. Just really allowing yourself to be as comfortable as you can be. I relax my feet. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax calves and thighs, hips and buttocks. I relax calves and thighs, hips and buttocks. And calves and thighs, hips and buttocks. Relax. I relax abdomen, chest, hands and arms. I relax abdomen, chest, hands and arms. My abdomen and chest, hands and arms. Relax. I relax my face, eyes, nose, mouth, and tongue. My face is relaxed. My entire body is completely relaxed, filled with peace. The goddess then asks, if this is the nature of the universal self, then who is to be worshipped? Who do I invoke? And who do I meditate upon? To whom do I offer oblations? To whom do I sacrifice? If everything is divine and consciousness merges with that divine essence, then what happens to the distinction between worshipper and worshipped? The Lord who shines in us all replied, O Goddess, the practices you are speaking of refer only to the externals. When you enter into the Great Self, all prayers go on inside you spontaneously without ceasing. In reality, all songs of gratitude and ecstatic lovemaking are resonating in every particle of creation at every moment. When you are established in this recitation, you are listening and you hear them. Plunging without reservation into the ocean of bliss is meditation. No image, no thoughts, no prop. Concentrating on the image of a god with a body, eyes, and mouth is not meditation. Worship does not mean offering flowers. It means offering your heart to the vast mystery of the universe. It means letting your heart pulse with the life of the universe without thought, without reservation. It means being so in love that you're willing to dissolve and be recreated in every moment. Being transformed by even one of these practices, fullness of experience develops breath by breath. One day, the desire of the self for the great self is consummated. Come ready for that moment. You can start to feel that divine flow of spirit within. As you experience peace within, peace all around, and peace in all the world. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can start to bring your awareness to the rise and fall of your chest. Slowly rubbing your thumb across your fingertips, moving your toes. Taking your arms above your head for a beautiful stretch. And then hugging your knees to your chest, rocking gently side to side. And when it feels right, bringing the soles of your feet, palms of your hands together, and rocking all the way up to Sukhasana. May the long-time sun shine upon us, all love surround us, and the pure light within guide our way on. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Satnam. Satnam, may you feel the divine flow of spirit deeply within you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.